How are you guys doing? This is Ryan. Welcome back to the channel. Orientation is locked. Rotate device back. I don't know if I like that. It's telling me to shoot like this, but I don't like that. Yes, I'm making this video today to bring some attention to how to crowdfund and not get censored. I'm coming to you guys today live from Asheville, North Carolina. I got a few weeks more of traveling, and then I will be back home and making kind of full videos, not just going live here on the road. But to get to the point, if you weren't following the news, or if you find this video because you're interested in other ways to peacefully crowdfund without censorship, GoFundMe is not the answer. So what's going on right now in Canada is that the truckers that don't want to get vaccinated and be able to cross borders to do their job, they are protesting. They are not working, and they are civilly being disobedient to the system because they don't like the authoritarianism towards them. And this isn't really about necessarily the particular issue of truckers and all that. It's just about the ability to crowdfund it and peacefully assemble, and it's a violation of free speech in a sense, because the free speech is not just about talking about the weather, right? The free speech came to be something very important. It's because it was there to protect controversial speech, not just to talk about the weather, right? Controversial speech, and the way you spend your money is a way of giving yourself a voice, right? So I am trying to bring more attention to something called Flipstarter.Cash. Flipstarter.Cash is a cryptocurrency platform that is like crowdfunding, like GoFundMe, that is non-custodial, right? So there's no point of attack, right? Like GoFundMe is highly politicized, and there's motives there, right? So I think people are looking at me over here as I'm talking here. I'm gonna walk down the hill. So Flipstarter.Cash is different from GoFundMe because it is non-custodial, okay? There's no central point of attack. GoFundMe is a corporation, and it has a central point of attack. So what I did in the comments section down here, there's actually, the description, I put platforms for people to download so they can learn how to use Flipstarter.Cash and raise capital. And in particular, if the Canadian truckers is something that you care about, sorry if it's windy, going downhill here, you can donate to the Canadian truckers on a non-custodial platform, and the tutorial videos down there, the link to do it. It takes a little bit of education on setting up a wallet and using cryptocurrency, but you are able to do it, and you cannot be censored. So here's the hotel over here. I don't know why it won't let me put the phone this way. It's never happened before. So I wanted to bring to attention that, and like I said, it might seem a little challenging to do, but it's really not. I mean, I'll simply lay out the fact that all you have to do is put a cryptocurrency wallet on your desktop, and then attach Flipstarter's attachment there and pledge Bitcoin Cash to the cause. And the goal is for the Freedom Convoy is to raise 100 BCH. So if you put up, so everyone has to put up at least that amount, and then the funding will go through. If it does not, all the funding goes back to you, right? So if they don't hit their goal of 100 BCH, which today is about, I don't know, $30,000, 100 BCH. So that is, and you can start campaigns for much larger amounts. The amount of capital that is not going to the truckers is actually about 10 million, right? So it's a much different amount. Here, Cody says, will these donations go toward the trucker owners buying a new house? I'm gonna read this comment of the comments. Top chat. Will these donations go toward the truckers owners buying a new house? In a wealthy part of town like other donation organizations? I don't know, right? I don't know. And I know where that's coming from. But again, this is, let's say, like, I think that comment alludes to some controversy around the Black Lives Matter. But imagine if Black Lives Matter was being censored as well, right? Like that would be a big cause for concern too. If GoFundMe did not like their ambitions, they should not be censored either. So that's a big issue for anyone, right? It's that people cannot speak with their dollars, right? They're being censored for whatever political reason, you know, whether you're on any part of the spectrum, right? Like cryptocurrency and non-custodial solutions are agnostic, right? They don't really care. And to be honest, I don't really care necessarily about the cause and like in general and specific, right? Like, sure, I want people to have more freedom. I don't like mandates, things like that, but like it becomes, I don't want it to become overly one-sided. Cryptocurrencies for everybody, for everyone, and it's a shame that anyone has to get censored, and that's my largest concern. So Flipstarter.Cash, a crowdfunding source that is a solution to these kinds of issues, and I recently, yesterday, pledged some Bitcoin Cash towards Mark Falzon. Mark Falzon is raising an ambitious amount of 823 Bitcoin Cash, which is somewhere around 250,000 to 300,000 US dollars, for a campaign to create more cryptocurrency content in beginner type videos, in adoption. And I think it's a very worthwhile cause. I've seen his work. I've met Mark personally, so I really endorse him, and I put his Flipstarter down in the description below. And he's about close to 500 Bitcoin Cash. So what that means is he's getting very close, and he has about 8 more days to raise like another 330 Bitcoin Cash, and he can start this campaign and just create great content and bring more light to tools like Flipstarter.Cash. That's what he's going to do. So I thought that's a worthwhile cause. I also put the Freedom Convoy down below too if you want to donate to the truckers out there. And yeah, this is what cryptocurrency solves. It's a very important use case for something like Bitcoin Cash. And I think the more people will adopt cryptocurrency is when they eventually are put in a corner where they have to. My lenses. Right? Your life works just fine until you're censored, right? Your life works just fine until you're told how you can spend your money, right? Everyone will have that red pill moment where it's like, aha, this is why we need cryptocurrency. When inflation continues going up 15-20% a year, people will look other ways. When people, in this situation, every opportunity that the centralized system falls short, there's an opportunity for crypto. And that's why I wanted to make this video and bring more light to it. And yeah, trying to see if there's another opportunity for people to see what an amazing technology this is. I'm gonna go to the comments here. Okay, Spotify bowing down to the mob media, censoring Joe Rogan. GoFundMe is communist. There definitely is a lot of politically charged things. And it was interesting is with COVID, like I just saw that a lot of the Nordic countries, kind of these social democracy types, what they call democratic socialist countries, have removed like all COVID restrictions. And hopefully these are like Bernie Sanders would always point to these countries of like they got it all together. And I do think there's a retracement from the left that are tired of COVID. And there's that side of the left that really respects personal liberties, and a lot of the left used to be about that, right? Like it used to be, they were the pioneers in legalizing marijuana and things like that. But now, in terms of what you put in your own body, they've bowed down a lot. But there's still some real. There are those that respect. What's the word I'm looking for? The left is not completely lost, even though there's a whole part of the culture that is falling in this cancel culture type thing. But again, I don't want to get overly partisan, because The right certainly falls short in a lot of areas as well. Because I don't really care. I want people to have as much sovereignty in their life as possible, and that's a big part of this channel, and a big part of investing in the cryptocurrency. I just see your comment here about saying how Mark Falzon has great content. He definitely does, and hopefully we can get him to 823 BCH in the next week. So I saw there's been some big whales that have put up some big money. Hopefully there's a couple more there to go, and every small donation counts. Because a lot of people don't know something like Flipstarter.Cash exists for them, right? Like, why does GoFundMe have such major market share, market attention, right? It doesn't have to be this way. We have the tools today to not have this be an issue. It's just the awareness isn't there, the marketing's not there, and I think Mark is a good asset for that. So again, I'm traveling this week. I'm up in Asheville, North Carolina. I'm here at the Biltmore Inn. First time I've ever stayed here. I've been in the Biltmore, stayed a couple times. So we're up here in the Blue Ridge Mountains, and then next week I may be off to St. Kitts. Hopefully I get approved in the country. I want to see all the Bitcoin Cash adoption over there. And the week after that, I'm going to be in Orlando for my son's birthday. Then I think I'll be back home, getting things back to normal. Let's go over here. Got Cody back in the chat. Ryan lived in Florida and was not oppressed like some of us were in tyrannical states. Have to show proof of vaccine idea entering anywhere. Yeah, certainly Florida is a desirable place. You know, I've talked to a lot of different people in states like North Carolina that, you know, are a little bit, that are more, I don't know the word for it, but that are more allowing to acquiesce to mandates. And they're like, man, Florida sounds amazing. And it really is in comparison. See another chat here. Ray says, when you tear out a man's tongue, you're not proving him a liar. You're only telling the world that you fear what he might say. Yeah, I really, there's such a push towards like protecting people from what someone says. Like, it almost feels like, you know, this is where I don't like to be partisan, because the right had such an issue with, you know, terrorists hiding under people's beds for a long time too, and therefore we had to go fight offensive wars because something that might happen, right? So like this pretense of fear that you put into people can make them cower to do anything, and they will gladly give up their freedoms. And I'm just here to say you don't have to, right? Like, cryptocurrency solves a lot of these problems, and that's a great quote, Ray. I've seen it a couple times, and certainly Joe Rogan is falling into with the crosshairs of people that want to stop people from talking. And like I said, Rogan is someone, I've seen him endorse Ron Paul and Bernie Sanders. So he's someone that's generally like okay with just different opinions. And man, they're coming for him pretty hard, and and I think it'll blow over, but good luck. You know, I like to see him and a lot of these other voices that want more open speech. There are a lot of platforms going on right now. I think cryptocurrency can get more involved in this, in terms of, you know, like, let's say if I own like Ryan Giffen YouTube channel, but I don't really own it, right? Like, YouTube could shut it down. Like, there's a way in the blockchain that you can have the keys to your channel, right? It's my property. The channel, it belongs actually really to me. Like, this is a custodial account I use. So this is like if on, you know, the Bitcoin layer 2, I'm using a custodial Lightning wallet, right? I don't really own it. Back to the chat here. Hey guys, if you give this video a thumbs up, check out the links in the description. Again, a tutorial video on how to use Flipstarter.Cash. You have to use the Electron Cash wallet and download the Flipstarter plugin. You just go to someone's Flipstarter, put in the code, and pledge your Bitcoin Cash. The tutorial video, I think Roger Vera made it. It's in the description below. Just kind of goes over how to do it. And then also Mark Falzon's Flipstarter. Just want to bring attention to that. And yeah, I'm not sure why my phone won't let me rotate. Let's see here if I can do it one more time. So I hope everyone's having a nice weekend. Hopefully the trend continues. Hopefully all this blows over, but it's also good if some of the pain points are hit in terms of what governments will do, and finding if the solution lies in crypto, right? So, you know, when something bad happens, it's not always necessarily a bad thing, right? It can bring good things out of it. So while hopefully it blows over, hopefully more people get educated in their process and find the tools to promote more freedom, economic freedom in their own lives. So if you guys got any more comments, hit me up in the comment section below. I'm gonna get settled into the hotel here, and I'll be back next week, hopefully from St. Kitts. I want to see what the green wave is over there, and hopefully some big news from Bitcoin Cash coming out of there. It seems to make a lot of sense for these smaller sovereign countries to adopt it, you know? Keep up the great work, Ryan. Keep it up. It's a great time to be alive. That's what Ray says. History's in the making. Certainly, I mean, you definitely, Ray, I appreciate that. There's definitely, I don't think it's ever been a better time to be alive, in that it's likely the trend. You know, probably our parents have said that, and our grandparents hopefully said that as well. So while we should practice gratitude, we should not, you know, just say this is as good as it needs to be, right? We need to continue being critical and critically thinking, and keeping the rate of innovation moving forward. There are the Blue Ridge Mountains. You guys can see them all out there. Gonna get a nice hike today. Got another day here. I'm gonna go home for a couple days, and then hopefully off to St. Kitts. Talk to you guys soon.